What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 12 of Horror Talk. Today we're talking about a zombie film, a punk zombie movie at that, and that is Return of the Living Dead. And here's my guest, Greg. We're going to try to be quick on this one because not much battery life left, but we wanted to
work with what we got.
We filmed this, and this is take 2.
Yeah.
So we'll just go ahead and get
So this one won the poll, right?
Yeah, people voted on
voted
this.
on,
You
yeah.
guys
So
voted
yeah,
on.
and these people have good taste. This is a great movie.
Yeah.
So Dan O'Banion is the writer-director of this movie of Alien fame. You know, he directed Alien movies. And so this is a horror comedy zombie movie, which it's a lot of fun. It has a bunch of punk rock kids from the 80s, and you know, it's starring
Linnea Quigley.
Linnea Quigley's in it. I mean,
She's
Miguel
trash.
Nunez Jr. Is in it. Tom Matthews is in it. I mean, it's a really fun movie. I love that it's like
Referencing like Night of the Living
yeah,
Dead.
like it 100% like talks about it because like so the plot of the movie basically is that Tom Matthews plays Freddy, who's this younger. He got a job at a medical supply facility, and he's being trained by Bert. This older guy is training him, and at one point, like they mentioned, that Bert mentions that you know the Romero Living Dead movie was real, and that they have the zombie canisters in the basement. And of course, they go down and look at it, and you know they unleash the zombies. Which you know one of the most notable zombies on film, one of the most recognized. Yeah, the Tarman is fantastic. Those effects, like just him. Yeah, this movie also introduced you know the whole zombies craving brains and eating brains, because I don't think that was a thing before this movie came out.
No, but
so I mean, yeah, they kind of put that on the map.
Kind of like because before with Romero it was flesh eating zombies.
Yeah, because the Romero zombies didn't ever say brains, or they didn't eat brains.
But
so.
in this one, this is the first time there's like they explain why they're eating because they're in pain.
Yeah, the chopped in half female zombie tells you that the reason they eat brains is because it's the only thing that makes the pain go away.
They basically interrogate the corpse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always love this movie. This has a great makeup, special effects.
Yeah, the special effects are great, especially the Tarman. He's like this dripping zombie that comes out of the canister. He's awesome looking.
I always like the dance.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, that's a super memorable scene. Is Linnea Quigley as Trash? That's her character's name. And just dancing naked on the grave, like that's everyone knows that in that movie. I also love like all the rest of the punk rock kids because they just have ridiculous names like Spider and like that's like Miguel Nunez's character, and there's a couple other ones that are just like just weird punk rock names like that.
It's pretty cool.
It is cool. One of the things I also really love about this is like the sound effect when the zombie bites into him. It's like biting into an apple, like that, just like crunch of the zombie biting into him. I've always loved that.
And there was like a bunch of sequels.
There were 4 other sequels, right?
Yeah, and we met
Tom Matthews.
Yeah.
He
didn't know how to learn.
He was a nice guy.
And then we're going to meet the
Miguel Nunez.
Miguel Nunez.
Yeah, he should be.
Damn
this
enchiladas.
one. Yeah, those damn enchiladas. Yeah.
So
I love that his character in Friday the 13th Part 5 was named Demon, and that his character in this movie is Spider. He just doesn't ever have normal names, I guess, in movies.
We'll have to ask him.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to him about that. Ask him about that.
But yeah, this is definitely one I recommend. Is this one right here? Great effects, like I said. Great story by Dan O'Bannon. It had some sequels. We'll get into that later, but we'll name them real quick. Like Return of the Living Dead 2, which had the reference to those other 2 guys.
Yeah, I love that. Like the characters, the same actors that play the 2 leads in this come back, but they're playing different characters. Which the first time I saw that movie, the second one, I was confused because, like, spoiler alert, they die at the end of this movie. They turn into zombies, and so like you start that second movie up, and they're both in there. And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Wait, they died," and then it's like, "Oh, they're playing different characters." I love that they did that for the sequel. Like, it's great.
And everybody dies on this one. Like,
that's the thing. These movies are great.
Nuked.
It ends like like Resident Evil or whatever, them nuking all the zombies. But that's one of the things I also like about this series in general is that like no one survives. There's no happy endings in these movies. But it kind of balances out because it is a comedy. Like, it doesn't take itself seriously. Just,
good horror comedy.
Yeah, I mean, the zombies at one point, like, the paramedics come, and then they eat the paramedics, and they get on the radio and they say, "Send more paramedics," or
It's
whatever.
got like
Send
the
more.
dwarf zombie
Yeah.
ones.
There is a dwarf zombie in there. Yeah, there's a lot of cool like zombie designs in this. Also notable because you do see zombies coming out of the grave in this movie.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of like, I guess, a zombie trope, you know. But you never, like, Romero never had that. And this movie did that. You know, you actually see zombies coming out of the graves, which is, I think, cool.
Yeah, undead zombies. Because before that it was just
true.
Or I mean, after that it was just all virus.
Yeah, I mean, not all, but a lot of them, like the
I
28
mean,
weeks later zombies, where it was like just a virus or whatever. So yeah, these were like completely dead zombies.
I'll probably get into that later. Talk about 28 Days Later franchise.
So that's a good franchise.
I never saw 28 Weeks Later, and then this year's 28 Years Later is coming out.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either. I mean, I saw the first one in the movie theater back in the day, but I have never followed up on any of those other films.
I like this tagline. It says "Ferocious All-American Zombie Horror," and then this one says "A real scream for chiller fans." And I always like that poster.
Yeah, the poster's really cool. I mean, you get the punk rock zombies on the poster.
But yeah, if you were to rate this, what would you rate it?
I mean, it's a 4-star movie all the way.
Yeah,
It's got everything. It's got everything you need. You know, like it's
it's the real deal. Like you can't go wrong. I agree. This is 4 stars. Yeah, definitely. Go check it out. I'm gonna upgrade to Scream Factory eventually, but all in all, final thoughts. What would you have to say?
I mean, it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed this movie. I think I rented it from Blockbuster back in the day. I'd never heard of it before. I was just renting a bunch of zombie movies, and I picked this one up, and I was very pleasantly surprised. This became one of my favorites, one of my staple zombie movies and just horror comedies. It's excellent.
And then there's that science, the embalming guy.
Oh yeah, we didn't mention that guy's excellent. The guy who runs the crematorium or whatever it's heavily implied that he's a Nazi, but that's like how all the zombies, they burn the bodies and then it goes into the rain and it starts raining and then
acid rain,
all acid rain and then everyone turns into zombies. Yeah,
that was pretty cool. But other than that, I know that they have the sequel. And then there's actually a whole franchise.
Yeah, there's 5 films altogether,
also.
right?
3's not as memorable.
I've seen 3, but it's
4's Necropolis.
I haven't seen that one.
It's on Tubi, and then 5 is Rave to the Grave.
Yep,
it's kind of more obscure.
Haven't seen 4 and 5, but the third one's not awful, but the first 2 are the best. The first one being the best.
First one's, that's the only one you need to go with.
It's true.
But what?
So if you like zombie films, this is definitely one you should check out.
I think this Christmas they're going to be having that Christmas one.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
I talked about. There's a trailer out, like teaser trailer.
Like the Tar Man.
Came out in December.
That'd be cool.
I don't know if it's like a teaser, like as in like just not going to happen. It's just teasing.
Yeah, maybe.
Or if it's going to happen.
I guess we'll see. I'd be up for a Return of the Living Dead Christmas movie. That'd be awesome.
Because I watched Drum Dums and he was, Lee was talking about it. He was like, he was talking about like how it was coming out, but I haven't heard much about it since then.
Yeah, you never know with those,
But other than that, final thoughts for me, just an all-in-all good movie. Go check it out. 4 stars. It's worth your time. Sorry, we have to make this video short, but it's can't all be long. But other than that,
we'll be back.
That's right. For 13. We should do we already did Friday the 13th.
True.
We could have done that for Friday the 13th.
We could have.
For the 13th episode.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea, but we didn't know it was going to get this far.
Yeah, we're honestly surprised
we
kept doing this, but it's fun.
It's a good time, yeah. We'll make more. So.
We'll look back on this those are good memories.
That's right.
But also, just go check it out. Return of the Living Dead. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.